Hi, welcome to the Everything Sparkle Show. Today we have really cool guests. But first, I want to talk about Dr. Juan Batista, who was on our show. I want to talk about his event that he has coming up. It's the Batista Foundation Golf Tournament. It's the third annual golf tournament that they've had. It's only $175. It supports the charity, and it's on June 1st, 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. is check-in. And his foundation helps so many people. He's great because he supports local businesses, as well as helping people with every health issue they have. He gives his patients personal trainers. He does a lot of amazing things. He goes above and beyond for a doctor. He's as much a humanitarian as he is a doctor. So if you golf, which I don't, please go to this event. I do like driving around the golf course. So I just went to a golf event and did that. So please sign up for this event. Only $175. You get to golf. You get to support a great charity. So please come. And with me today, I have Suzie Garcia.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so explain to me you're the High Glam. Explain to me your business and the difference between the makeup brand you just came out with.
Absolutely. So first, I want to thank you for having me on your show. I am such a big follower of your show. And
I'm a big follower of you.
Thank you. So basically, High Glam Makeup is a very prestigious business where I work on bridal specialties, which is airbrushing and customized hair. In addition to, I do a lot of production. So I will work with local businesses and I will go ahead and coordinate all of the production that we need to do in order to produce that image. And basically it would be me customizing the hair and makeup, and the store will, let's say it's Elegant Bride, or if it's Mia Bella, they would provide the couture dresses.
Nice.
Yeah, and we would have our models already prepped and lined up, in addition to having the guys dressed really nice, and then we produce the images, and then it gets published in magazines. So lots of publication work.
So how long have you been doing this?
I started my business when I was 18 years old.
Oh my gosh. Go-getter, entrepreneur. I love it.
Absolutely. And it has developed into me doing MTV music video.
Oh my gosh. Which we have.
We do. And also lots of production work. I've been the main makeup artist for Bigfoot's Wild Weekend. And that was a huge thing for me. In addition to, I released and launched my new makeup line called Bari LUCE Cosmetics.
And you gotta explain the name.
Absolutely. So Bari LUCE means in Armenian, good morning. And the way I came up with the name and I patented the name is, one day I just woke up and I was scrambling to figure out what would be the perfect name for my line. And my mom calls me early in the morning and she says, Bari LUCE, my beautiful, in Armenian.
I love that. That is such a great story. Oh my gosh.
And it just clicked. And I said, Mom, you're a genius. You know, you get your inspiration from your mother the most. And I just felt like it resonated with me because I'm so deep within my culture and I try to keep a lot of the traditions alive.
So your kids don't grow up like me and they actually know the language fluently.
Yes. And I do have a lot of clientele in the Armenian community, so I just wanted to extend something out there that everyone will love.
So let's get started. You can talk and do this at the same time. I'm gonna get my makeup done. Everyone's like, yay.
So
do something with that.
We're gonna do something very simple because I want her to see a difference between a night and day. This is a very pigmented shadow base, and she doesn't need anything else aside from this on her lid. So we will start with dabbing just a little bit of the color hue, and then we are going to just dab it on her eyelids. As you can see, it's very pigmented. It's just full of specks and sparkles, just like sparkle.
And how much do you charge to come and do somebody's makeup at their house?
Absolutely. So it depends in ranges, and basically if someone wants airbrush services, I do $65, including full mink 3D lashes. And if it's just traditional makeup, it's $55, and it includes the regular lashes.
Wow, I mean that's so affordable. I mean, for one night, if you have something really important to do, that's just great.
Absolutely. So the next step, we would use a shadow, and I'm going to pop this out really quick.
And everything that you're using on me today is your brand?
My brand.
Okay.
That is correct. So the reason why I created this line is I want women to be able to have one little simple bag without having 30 million products to work with,
you're
right?
Preaching the choir.
So this is the art shadow that we're going to use to highlight her crease, and the main important component of this, it's very highly pigmented, and it's designed to ensure that it does not move, it doesn't crease, and it's the perfect hue for everyday wear and also for bridal wear. So we will go ahead and...
How much is it to buy like each piece of makeup? Is it standard of like everything else, like Sephora prices? Are you...
Luckily, everything is on my website, so anybody can go in and visit, and it's customized according to what they would like to purchase. If they want an itemized product, they can get that, or if they want a box version, they can get that. So if they were going to purchase a box version, which comes with a lipstick and a lip stain, they would basically, and the eyeshadow, it's $44 per box. And that's because I did a launch sale, and it dropped the price from $52 to $44.
How did you get into bridal
makeup?
mainly? How did you get to where it was like that was your niche as opposed to everything else?
So personally, I'm very glitzy and glammy.
Okay.
So I started doing makeup on all of my friends back in high school because I was a cheerleader, and my biggest passion was hair and makeup.
Okay.
And that's how I think I developed that niche of just knowing how to personalize people faces based upon who they are and who their true essence are, their natural essence. I have that ability to bring that out in individuals without making them look too heavy, because a lot of my customers, their biggest fear is ending up looking like clowns or looking too heavy.
So that's how you got into the bridal thing. It was like you could
Exactly.
do that natural glam.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good.
So, as you can see, we can always darken your hue, but we went really light, and this would be your base.
Nice.
And if we wanted to add more color components, we can. So let's say...
Do you show people how to put their makeup on too?
I do. I do a consultative approach, which shows them how to do their makeup. On a day-to-day basis, they don't need 30 million products, right? They just need one hue, and if they want to darken it, they can go a little bit darker in the hue component of it. Next up is, of course, this is MAC, but I wanted to add a little bit of sparkle to you because you are sparkle, and I just thought it would make a big difference.
Can I get my own brand in there that's always just sparkle?
Right? I can actually, I was going to produce a sparkle line, so that's up and coming.
I want the right side. You're using my name.
So, yes, here we go. Now, this could be your day look if you're going to an event. And you can even darken the hue a little bit if you would like. We can use a black just to edge the corners of your eyes.
And I don't want to jump ahead or anything, but I broke my nose in December. And so there's a little bump, and a lot of people say they don't really notice until I bring it out. But I like to, I notice it because it was not there before. So
absolutely. And the best way to contour is to go ahead and use a brush that is... I actually got this for you.
You're so sweet.
You're welcome.
You're the best, Suzie.
Oh, you're so welcome.
I do like because you care about making people look good on like the best day of their life. That's why I'm like, how did you get to be where people trust you with the best day of their life?
Exactly. And I believe I just have that natural ability to look at a person and understand their complexity. I understand their bone structure, from their eye shapes to their nose shapes, what they like to be accentuated, color components, contrast. There's a lot of technicalities that go into makeup artistry.
I can only imagine.
So you want to take a brush that is angled in this manner, and you dip it into... We can coordinate. We can do my version. So this is very universal. So you can not only use this as a shadow, but you can use it as a highlighting effect. So I'm going to show you exactly how to contour your nose. You want to start at the edge and bring down a straight line, and then curve it in a little bit.
And I'm doing both sides, even though I just want the one side to look better?
You have to do both sides in order to have symmetry.
See, that's what I've been messing up.
And you just don't want to have creased lines. You want to make sure it's evenly distributed. So that's the first step, right? So then you take a really sharp brush as this. It's a flat brush. And you have to make sure you blend down. You're blending down to ensure that everything is blended properly.
And what I couldn't believe yesterday when I ran into you at the gym, I couldn't believe how your makeup was just like I was like, oh my God.
So I was coming from work, and of course, being a mother, I just didn't have time to remove my makeup, so I was rushing to get ready, and I ran into
but you were working out, and it was sweaty, and like the makeup's perfect, and I'm like, what the heck?
You're like, what's going on here? But she really worked me out. I think out of all the years I've ever worked out, I never felt a burn like that.
Really?
I'm not kidding. I was like, I have to see Sparkle more often.
That's why we're going to trade services. I'm going to work out your client.
Yes, exactly.
You get my people makeup.
I'm so excited because I'll be in shape with them for their special day. So another key component is once you kind of blend down, you want to make sure you take a powder that's a little bit lighter than the hue that we applied on your nose, and just blend it upwards and downwards until it's perfectly blended, and it gives you more of that natural finish without having that creased hard line down your nose. So we're gonna go ahead and have you remove your lipstick because I want to
you have something for me?
Let's see. We can get a quick napkin, but till then let me contour your cheekbones.
Okay.
While we're at it.
Thank you. There's a hand. Don't worry, nobody saw you when you premiere and do your debut.
So we'll go ahead and...
and also, this is going to be a change of the subject. It's going to be a different direction. We have the Michael S. Rodriguez flyer for the GoFundMe page because I said we're going to keep promoting it until we reach the goal. And he must be busy because I just asked him what if we're close to it. I know they had an event last night at the How Helping One Woman. They had done an event, so I hope we're closer to reaching that goal. But I always want to bring, acknowledge that they still need help. His family's recuperating from a really bad accident that took place a few weeks ago, and so just don't forget about him. And I bring up because you might do one of his movies and be a makeup artist for that. So
I'm really excited about that. That's so neat. Thank you for bringing that up, actually. So this is very universal. It's not just an eyeshadow. It's actually a highlighting contour too. So you don't have to go purchase your own highlighter because you can utilize just a little dab of it to give you some highlighting effects on your cheekbones. And it pops out your beautiful high structured cheekbones. And as you can see, it's very light and it's not too heavy. So it can be utilized on the eyes and contouring of the cheekbones. So that's step 3. As you can see, you don't need a lot of products.
Thank goodness.
Yes. So I think since you have a pink base on, we're going to go with like...
I'm doing this. This is a pretty decent one. So
it is a really pretty color. It's very highly pigmented. I can tell
is that
it's
bad?
A lip stain. No, it's actually really good.
Okay.
You want a lip stain. So
okay. Well, is it bad for you right now?
It's okay.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine. If we just wipe this corner. There you go. So the way I designed this is I wanted something that is the perfect shade of nude. Every single customer and client of mine tells me they haven't found a perfect shade of nude.
That's very true. I never have either. Now that you bring it.
So I designed a line where the highly pigmentation of this color hue shows lots of specks before you apply the glitter component of it, which is a lip stain. So I'll show you right now. So this will be very light when we first apply. So now generally you can put a lip liner and then put this on, and then when you put the lip stain on, oh, you still have a little bit of the pink going on over there.
I don't have a mirror.
It's okay. We'll do our best to give it the illusion that needs to happen. All right, so this is, if you can see, it's very, very shimmery. And you can wear it on its own if you like, but it goes together because a lot of girls are customizing their color. They're mixing a bunch of colors to get the perfect shade of nude. Now, you don't have to do that. So we'll go ahead and show you how this color is going to come out on Sparkle. And it's a lip stain, so she doesn't have to worry about it smudging, wiping coming off of her groom. If you were a bride. So if you can see, it's very pigmented. It's gluten-free. It's paraben-free. It's made in Canada, manufactured in Canada. It's super dimensional and pigmented. And once it dries, it's going to blend into like the perfect shade of nude.
I didn't even know we were making gluten-free makeup.
Yes, we have come a long way. Especially when you're manufacturing with a reputable manufacturer. They have all of the components that are readily available to you to pick and choose.
I bet my mom's so happy right now watching this because she's always like, someone needs to do your makeup.
So this is going to dry on her, and once it's dried, we can either jazz it up for the night if she wants to stay nude.
If I want to stay, I love that. I want to stay nude.
Or if she wants to jazz it up later, she can add a little bit of a pink hue because I know she's really big on pinks. She can add a little bit of a pink hue for a night out once her hair's all done up and she just wants to be less of a nude color. So we can do that, or we can add a super shimmery pigmented lip gloss over it.
Nice.
So which one do you want to do? Or unless you want to, we can add a little bit of this and then we can touch up with this and...
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it in your hands. Do we have any videos to show of like the one that you
the MTV music video? So total of 8 girls, and they were all local Fresno girls, and I handpicked each one.
Nice.
Yes, and I worked with Christian Strickland. He was the producer, and when he told me it's on MTV, he sent me a text. I cried because growing up, all we did is watch MTV, right?
How long ago did you do this on?
This was about 6 years ago. So
nice.
It was the most exciting time of my life, being on a production show and being with professionals and meeting the artists and being able to have a say on the girls that I wanted to be. It's called In This Club. So it's in a club environment. The makeup had to be very glamorous and sparkly and fit the theme. And the producer was just extremely happy with the result. And that made me happy because once I saw it on MTV, I said, oh my God, growing up, I used to eat cereal and watch all the music videos. And now a part of me is on the show.
Nice.
So here's just a light version of it. So we darkened the hue a little bit. And then here's the sparkly if she wants to add a little more jazz to her lip stain.
Do we have the video? Okay. In the meantime, I want you to talk about your vision of when
I launched the line.
Yeah, and where you see it going.
Absolutely.
Because I really like that.
So I was very picky. It took me about 4 years to develop this line. I worked with the manufacturer almost daily, lots of stress, but I wanted it to be perfect. I want something where, like I mentioned, the girls don't need a lot of products. They can utilize 1 or 2 items for multiple things. And who doesn't love something that lasts all day? It's a beautiful hue. It's made properly with FDA sourced ingredients. And it's designed to always make sure that you're going to get that glam effect. And if you want to go subtle, you'll still look subtle, but you're still going to have that extra luxurious touch to your face. So I think my vision was designed based upon who I am and what I like, and I would utilize those components to bring out this product.
I love that. I wish I had a mirror though.
You do have a mirror. Here you go.
There we go. That's what I needed when I was doing my lip gloss. Oh my God, this looks amazing. I absolutely love this eyeshadow.
Isn't it? And I could have gone a little bit darker if I wanted to, but
girl, I love it. You made me pretty for a day.
Oh, you're so cute. Wait until I do your full face one day. I cannot wait.
Oh my God, I can't wait either.
We can do another segment where I actually doll you up as a bride. How would that be?
Oh my!
Wouldn't it be awesome?
We could do it too, where I do it beforehand, and then people can see the after effects. But
absolutely,
a bride. Oh my gosh!
Well, I mean, having your hair done like a traditional bride would be.
Right. No, for sure. That would be really fun. I like that. I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
But this is amazing. I definitely want to buy these eyeshadows and everything. Oh my!
So far, since my launch date, I have sold 80 boxes.
Wow!
And I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm so excited.
So we got all the info of where to go to buy all that. We'll try to show the music video at the end. I don't know. You sent it last night, right?
I did. And it's on Facebook too.
Right. And we have your Facebook information. So,
Yes.
Here we go.
There we are.
There we are.
Well, actually, I think that's the commercial component of it. We may need to forward a little bit.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
That's really cool, and I'm glad that you're doing movies. That one thing I was doing, Michael. I'm excited about that too.
me too.
That's gonna be the next step, doing makeup and movies.
It's really challenging, let me tell you, being a mother of full time to two beautiful girls and a wife.
They
and
are
also-
cute girls.
She met them last
What
night.
are their names?
Tiffany is 8 years old and Chloe is 2 years 4 months. So she's a handful. And I do have a corporate job as well. So 8 to 5, I work at Wells Fargo Corporate Center as a project manager, and then I have my business line and also my makeup line.
You're so amazing. You're so incredible, girl.
You know, honestly, I just want to inspire other women. So what I do is I take younger women and I teach them the ropes of the business. So they become my assistant and I guide them into going into their own venturing, you know,
Nice.
when they're ready for
I love
it.
that.
So just coaching,
Okay.
training, and getting them ready for
And I'm
it.
really glad you do that in the Central Valley because, you know, usually you
Absolutely.
have to go to the big city to get that kind of training. So I'm so glad that you do that here.
Thank you so much. And I wanted Fresno to actually be recognized for its talent. And I felt like
Oh, we have a lot here.
we
just,
have
you gotta
so
find it.
many. Yes. And especially I thrived in finding the models and getting the models into gigs. I had girls who were published in book covers. I
Nice.
had girls who were published in big magazines. I did First Family for First magazine, First for Women magazine.
And you had my friend Heidi Hogan in it. So.
Yes, I love Heidi so
She's
much.
awesome.
She's such a sweetheart.
Thank you so much for coming on my show
Absolutely.
and making me look like this.
You're
My
so
girl.
welcome. Thank you.
Straight ballin' like them hoopers do, clean in the mud, swag straight through the roof, attitude of fool, I move, nobody cool as you, chicken steady watching, they jockin', they like, who is you? I look back at them laughing, I'm that dude to you, now turn around, move your ass like a hula hoop, back to the flow, steady doing what them doers do, spitting to some bad misses, switching, looking beautiful, young Q hef, I don't do tramps, I'm addicted to bad misses like who next? Pretty women with light skin who glue best. The sexy dark shaded ladies who love sex. Yes.
Looking for the baddest chick in this club, in this club, in this club. Looking for the baddest chick in this club, in this club, in this club. Looking for the baddest chick in this club, in this club, in this club. Looking for the baddest chick in this club, in this club, in this club. You gon' come and work it like hard labor. Young like a horse, walk up in my stable, showing all of that skin pie. Come over to my crib, home run and call it so side. Body like a sofa. It don't matter, chocolate yellow, bone, red skin, no cap. Got me going low dive. Oops, I mean no bones, popping like a fofo. That is no fun. 6-star chick, you came along well. I'm who you leaving with. I'm too legit to quit. Call it hammer time. Ain't got this shit. I'm a fruit fly. Looking for the baddest chick in this club, in this club, in this club. Looking for the baddest chick in this club, in this club, in this club. Looking for the baddest chick in this club, in this club, in this club. Looking for the baddest chick in this club, in this club, in this club.
Looking for the baddest in this club. It's packed, I'm still strapped up in this club. It's love. I ain't tripping, no. Just getting pretty hoes who flip it spinning like a stripper on a stripper pole. Oh, they say gangsters don't dance, I glance. She made a kitty pop. I kept it moving, 2-7 with my ditty bop. Lights flashing, city block, ass shaking, titties hot. Man, I hope she never stop.
Wait, I think that I've seen your face somewhere all over the place.
Welcome back to Everything Sparkle. We are going to do some amazing giveaways, and it was all because of this girl. It was her idea. Staci, or otherwise known as Damsel in Defense.
Yes. Hi, I'm so excited. Thank you for having me.
So how did you come up with Safety Staci? Was that just the nickname everyone gave to you when you created Damsel in Defense, or was it Safety Staci first?
Well, I do want to clarify, I am an independent Damsel Pro, so I did not come up with Damsel in Defense as the company. So I'm an independent representative of the company, but I chose Safety Staci as just kind of like a catchy
I
Instagram.
love it. That's how I thought of you. Like
my mother, you know, we get our best inspiration from our mother, as she said, Staci, you need an Instagram. So I was like, okay. So I came up with Safety Staci.
Nice. Go, Mom. Okay, so basically you teach people how to kick some butt, but they don't know that because we have things disguised as all pretty and pink, right?
Yes. So Damsel in Defense does have a very powerful mission, and that is to equip, empower, and educate. So we offer a full line of self-defense products for everyone in the family. I did bring our weapons, so these would be for people who are 18 or over. So we'll talk a little bit about that as we go. But it's definitely to empower women to be able to go out there and do what we need to do on a daily basis and not be in fear, you know, for all these crazy things that are happening out there.
Yeah, they really are. Okay, so explain to me. Let's take one for example.
Okay.
I'm afraid to touch things. I don't know if I'm gonna start like.
So Sparkle picked up our really popular Get a Grip stun gun. So did you know that every 26 seconds a violent crime happens across the United States?
That's very often.
Yeah, so this is a 15-minute segment, so that's about 900 seconds, and that would be around 35 violent crimes that would have happened while we're talking in these 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
That's so scary to think about.
So, you know, those are the things that kind of push the importance of being able to protect ourselves. You know, we're women, we're busy, we're on the go, we're moms, and so we just need to make sure we have the ability to do so. So a stun gun is definitely the go-to item. It's all about deterring something bad from happening. And
Are you going to use it right now?
I'm not going to stun you, of course. I'll just demonstrate
Oh
how
my
it
God,
works.
I'm excited. Let me go way back here.
So all of our stun guns have bright LED flashlights. This is for awareness. So if you're walking out from the club or from the grocery store at nighttime, whatever, you are able to illuminate the area and see where you're going.
Nice. I love it.
And every woman needs a flashlight that their man won't take. So I'm sure that man wouldn't want this pink one. So you have your flashlight. And then what I can do is just kind of fire it off for a second.
Yes.
So the electricity arcs on the tip of this stun gun until you make contact with somebody. So the sound alone is another deterrent. So
Is it true that you can pee yourself when you get stunned?
I've seen those viral videos. You can lose muscle control. So basically what this type of device causes is an involuntary muscle contraction. So the police grade tasers, those are the ones where you can actually lose your ability to hold your urine.
Oh my gosh.
So misconceptions with these is that they leave people incapacitated. This style is not designed to do that. What it's designed to do, though, is get you time and distance to get to safety.
That is so good. That is amazing. People don't see it coming. What are the other things you have disguised? You have a lot of things that are disguised to look like something else. That's what I remember when I had a booth next to you.
Yeah. So what you just picked up, this is one of our army bands. Now, this is really perfect for athletic people who are going to go work out, hike, walk on the trails. So this is an armband that you could pull up to the top of your arm, and it has compartments to store things like your cell phone.
It doesn't have the bracelet.
And then it has 2 slits along the sides, so you can slide in your striking tool. So you have a striking tool or a pepper spray, so you have your whole arsenal up on your arm. It's also visible to others, which acts as a deterrent. And so you're able to be hands-free.
What does this do?
That is a striking tool. It is called the socket to me. The tip is blunted. So
We're going to be appropriate here.
When you strike someone with blunt force, it is likely to stop somebody. Now, if you were to use a knife and stab, that's a shearing force, and that's not likely to really get the job done. So the fact that the force is right here in the tip.
So to knock them in the head or poke them in the
you,
eye?
You can do many different things with this. So it has a nice rubber grip. You can come over the top.
Ooh, I love the way
You can come from the bottom. And there's the old school way of carrying a roll of quarters, right? And then you sock someone. Well, you can put this in your hand and you can use your fist to strike, and it gives you more leverage.
Nice.
So it is definitely a blunt force object.
Okay, what about the
And
cell
then,
phone?
so that's just a display of a cell phone pocket.
I was hoping that something crazy happened.
And then this is one of our other pepper sprays. It does have disable pin. So
how do you spray pepper spray and not get it back at you, the backlash?
So this is why you have to be. This is why you need plan A, B, and C when it comes to carrying self-defense weapons. For example, if it's windy, it could come back in your face.
Right.
You probably don't want to use your pepper spray.
Okay.
So, but when you do use pepper spray, the idea is that you make a Z shape when you're spraying
How far?
someone.
So way far away, right?
This
That's
one
far away
goes
as well.
16 feet, and it's bright orange, so you can see where you're spraying. And it has a UV dye that will stain the person you spray for up to 7 days, so they can be identified by law enforcement. So they won't be able to wash it off, so they can be identified. So the head is a
I've
small.
never heard of that.
Yeah,
That's cool. Okay.
It's a very important safety feature when shopping for pepper spray. So the head is a very small target. So what you want to do is target the middle of the chest and then come up into the face, making that Z shape. Because what's going to happen is the person you spray is going to feel pretty miserable for about 45 minutes, and they're going to want to wipe their face. Well, when they go to do that, there's going to be an extra dose of it right here on their chest.
That is, wow, you know your stuff. Staci, I love this. Oh my God.
So this is a 16-inch stun baton. Be very careful because the stun strips do come down both sides and the tip. So it gives you more distance between yourself and what you are defending yourself from. A lot of my customers, yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool.
A lot of my customers are concerned about stray animals when they're out on walks, and I always recommend this for them. It's really lightweight. It gives you more distance, and again, there's 3 spots. So it has the flashlight on the tip.
Where's Mike Briggs? We need him to be our demonstrator.
And so then I'm going to zap it off. So the electricity is arcing here, but it also radiates down both sides, down the stun strips. So another important safety feature on all of these stun guns is the disable pin. So if a human takes it away from you, this gun's disabled and they can't hurt you with it. Because that's what the misconception is, that a lot of men will say, well, they're going to take that right away from you and use it on you. Well, if they do, then you know.
Oh my gosh, I want to go on a date tonight now. I'm armed, I'm equipped.
Okay, I've heard all these terrible online dating stories from all of my single friends. And it's like, girls, you need to carry your stun gun at least.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yes.
Okay, what's all these other little toys we got
So
here?
these are the 2 pepper sprays I brought for the giveaway that we can do.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see who's actually watching, and if anybody, we'll see here, what's gonna go on. Who wants a free makeup and tasers? Okay, so if you guys would like, we're giving these eyelashes away from our makeup woman. If you can say what the name of her makeup line is, we will give you either the lashes or the taser, whichever one you want.
Pepper spray.
Or pepper spray, not the tasers. That's just for me. The pepper spray or the lashes, you can call into my personal cell phone number. It's 559-207-6756. Do you have that up, Michael? Or we have my number somewhere. I don't know. I haven't been giving it out to the bubble. Yeah, we're so yeah, if you call now, but you have to remember the name of our makeup brand that we had before. So we'll see if you're really watching or not. And how fast your rewind skills are. But yeah, you guys can call me up. Okay, so your information's up as well, that we can order all this stuff. How much does this stuff typically go for?
Awesome. This line is amazing because we have a price point for everybody. Our pepper spray starts at $12, and the most expensive item on our whole line would be $150, and that is our bulletproof panel. So the bulletproof panel can go into any purse, backpack, or bag to make it bulletproof. So we do have options for everybody.
Bulletproof, wow, now we're really good.
Yes. And, you know, school shootings and workplace violence is becoming a thing, unfortunately. So it's an instant solution, in my opinion, for a problem that I'm not sure how it's going to be fixed.
Right.
And there's a lifetime warranty that is on our stun gun
This
pepper
just gets
spray.
better and better, Staci. I love it.
So my website is listed there. I also do safety presentations. So if you ever wanted to get your friends and your family, your coworkers together, I could come out, and by a hosting, you could earn free and half price items, which is super cool.
Okay, well, I'll give you guys a hint. It's the word for good morning in Armenian. That was the name of the makeup line for this. So anybody who calls and can say that and pronounce it right is going. I see there are women watching.
Call.
So yes, definitely call in. So if you could say good morning in Armenian, you guys win either pepper spray or lashes. You guys have till the end of the show. If I get calls after 5, I'm going to be out using my taser and pepper spray. So what's your mission? Is it just educating and equipping women?
Definitely. Helping to keep the community safer is what drives me. I have my full-time job that I do, so I do this for fun. You know, and I started my independent business by purchasing a pepper spray and a striking tool. And that day, I was pushing the stroller to pick up my child from school, and I was like, this feels so amazing. You know, I'm going to be able to protect myself and my family, and I really want every other woman out there to feel the same way I did that day.
That's amazing. And our last guest, Suzie, she has daughters. So, I mean, this is like something that we can all benefit from. And
absolutely.
I love empowering women that we have great female guests. But now we have a man coming on, guys. We have men, so
stay tuned.
Stay tuned, and we'll bring you guys back at the end. Hopefully somebody calls by then and wins something. Thanks, Stacey.
Thank you very much, Sparkle. I appreciate it.
Welcome back, guys, to Everything Sparkle. I'm still waiting for my phone to ring on the giveaways that we have going on. We got lashes, we got pepper spray. Where else do you get to win stuff like that except on Everything Sparkle? I have my cell phone number up there, so please call if you would like. Good morning in Armenian, that's all you have to say. And you win either one, whichever one you want. We are back with Jack Robinson IV.
Well, thank you for having me, Sparkle.
Okay, explain what you do and why you're the best in the world.
I'm not the best
One
in
of
the
the
world.
best.
You know, we rank up there pretty good. Team Robinson Racing's motorcycle drag racing family, basically. I started it again in 2012, and now I've gotten together with local motorcycle clubs or sanctions, whatever you want to say, and we're trying to get more people involved with motorcycle safety, tuning their motorcycles right so they're not popping and everything down the street. So we're going to put on a dyno shootout on the 28th of this month, and I'm going to give away some free dyno tunes. Myself and the other tuner that I work with, we're the best in the country. There literally is nobody better. We make some pretty powerful motorcycles out there. We're going to have a lot of good vendors out there. Sparkle will be out there. Liquid Nitro Central Valley will be out there. Shape 360 will be out there, and a bunch of other people. But what we're trying to do is just really get the motorcycle crowd to have their motorcycles be safe, because a lot of people ride motorcycles that really should not be on the road. And it's fairly evident. I've been riding motorcycles since 1973. I've been down. Motorcycle riders do go down. You know, so we're just looking to promote safety and make their bikes perform better.
Why is that? Why are their bikes not good? Is it just old and they don't tune it up? Is it mainly that they just need a tune up, or is it mainly that their parts are old and they need new parts? What do they need?
Maintenance on the bikes.
So it's a combination.
Shop labor is extremely high. Parts are expensive, and people try to get the very last little bit out. It's not, a motorcycle's not like a gallon of milk. You can't get that last drop out. You get that last drop out, it could mean your life.
Oh my gosh.
Drag racing motorcycles, I've been doing this, like I said, with the team since 2012. Prior to that, I raced beforehand. I've been down at a pretty high mile per hour, spent quite a bit of time in the hospital because of it. It is dangerous. It's a very dangerous sport. It's a dangerous hobby. And we promote to try to make everybody so it's safe out there for all of us. Unfortunately, we have cars out there that it makes it even more difficult for us.
So you're still competing, and you've won how many awards? You were showing me all the trophies.
The team has won since 2012 like a total of 80 some trophies. We've won the most prestigious awards, the Wallies. Personally, myself, with After Hours Racing, I've been the West Coast champion. A couple of my other guys have done the same thing in different classes. I race all over the Western United States now, and a lot of the guys I race with will do the same thing with me.
How many guys are on your team?
There's 16 of us right now.
And do you rotate them out every year? How do they audition? How does that happen?
Basically, how I get guys to race for me is everybody that rides a sport bike tries to race on the street. Mm-hmm. Street racing's dangerous. It's illegal. I try to get them on the track, get them to know what drag racing is really about and what racing is about, where there's safety involved. And I've gotten guys that way. I've gotten guys at the track that, can't get sponsors or have never had a sponsor. And sponsors are a big thing in our arena, drag racing. It's a very expensive sport. You can go out and buy a motorcycle for $13,000 brand new. When you talk about a drag race motorcycle, you're talking about a motorcycle in excess of $60,000 invested in time and equipment just to go racing.
Wow, that's a lot of work that goes into it. And how often do you have to do it to be relevant? Like, how often do you have to ride?
We literally race from December 31st until mid-November most of the time. And it's normally every 2 weeks, sometimes every 3 weeks. So there are more races, but it's traveling, and it's a lot of work because after a race, basically the bike gets torn down, gone through, put back together, and get ready to go racing again.
Hello, are you here to call about winning a prize?
They're calling for me.
Oh, nice. Who is this? This is Sparkle. I'm answering the call on live TV. You're not. I'm good. Veronica King. Wow. Oh, this professional photographer. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm excited to talk to you.
She did the bridal theme with me.
Oh, I love this. I'm in the middle of a live show. I'm going to pass you off to one of the girls that's going to talk to you, and then we're going to get you your stuff. But I do want to continue this conversation. I look familiar. Have we seen each other? Okay, I'm going to pass you off really quick to Suzie. She's going to get your information. I thank you so much for calling. Yeah. Okay. Isn't this fun live
It's
show?
always fun.
Live show. Okay, so continue.
Like I said, it's an expensive sport. It really is. It's exhilarating. I'll be quite honest with you, there's nothing on this planet more exhilarating than riding a motorcycle down the drag strip. 8 seconds on down, it's fun. Most people don't really realize what that is, but on my motorcycle, I go faster in 8 seconds than most people have ever been in a car in their entire life. And that's including the Porsches that are out there. So it's quite fun, but also, like I said, it's very, very dangerous.
Well, you're going to teach me how to ride.
I am, and I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, probably more than for the Brian Scott Andersonville. Yeah, I'm very excited about it as well, but I am very nervous.
Don't be. The worst thing you do on a motorcycle is be nervous. You have to have that fear in the back of your head something can happen.
But confidence as well.
But you got to have the confidence, because if you don't have the confidence, everything out there becomes really deadly. And unfortunately, in the Central Valley here, just like a lot of the big major metropolitan areas, cars are the most dangerous things. Myself, it's been A little bit over 2 years ago, because of a car driver texting, I broke my back and my pelvis on the street in Clovis. So things do happen.
That's so scary. What's the difference with the motorcycles that you race? Because you have multiple ones that we're actually going to use in a photo shoot for a calendar that we're doing to promote Liquid Nitro and Team Robinson Racing.
Yes. The motorcycles that we run are normally Suzuki's and Kawasaki's.
Do we have any pictures, Michael? Do we have any pictures? Did you send in any?
Just the one that I sent you for the flight.
Oh, okay.
We build them high performance. We take stock motors that manufacturers claim horsepower at the crank. I give motorcycles, a stock motorcycle, more horsepower at the rear wheels stretched 16 inches back than manufacturer says it makes at the crank, which is a huge thing. It allows us to do what we do. It allows us to go as fast as we do, but it also requires other parts, clutches and things like that, that we need to allow us to do what we do.
And what's the difference between that and a Harley? Because you were explaining the difference
Okay.
of, I know we're going to speak in like my terms
okay.
of like somebody who doesn't know anything.
Okay, there are Harley drag bikes.
Okay.
Matter of fact, one of the gentlemen that might be out at our event, Tony Ruggiero, he is a top fuel Harley rider. Extremely fast motorcycle, 6-second bike, 200 miles an hour. They're just monsters. Compared to what I ride to a Harley you would see on the street, if you took both bikes stock, that Harley would be more comfortable to ride, but you're going to give up speed for comfort. And that's what the difference between a sport bike and a cruiser is.
Wow, this is all interesting to me because that's like I'm kind of doing a crash course in this and learning and understanding motorcycle. Do you get bombarded a lot with people that are like, teach me how to ride or what's this and that? I mean, do you get a lot and fan mail and stuff like that? Do you get a lot of people like kind of wanting your time and knowledge?
I used to take my motorcycles out to Cycle Gear on their bike nights. Mm-hmm. And with the progression of the race team, the bigger trailer and stuff, I stopped doing it because people always wanted to know more and more and more and want to do this to their motorcycles, and they don't really understand it. I can't take and tune a street bike to be a race bike and let you ride it on the street. You will kill yourself. Throttle response on my bike is immediate. I barely turn my hand on wide open throttle. The brakes that I require on my bike, most people can't handle stopping on that because they're just immediate. Like I said, clutches that I use, you try riding out on the street, it's just not going to happen. My bike is 2 inches off the ground. It doesn't make right-hand turns. It's kind of like trying to turn this chair. It just doesn't happen. You know, when we're racing, we race a quarter mile at a time, and literally at the end of the quarter mile, when we pass the traps, let off the gas, and it takes every bit of that quarter mile or more than a quarter mile for me to even slow the bike down. So a bike like mine on the street, if I took a street bike and did that, you from stop sign to stop sign, you would never stop.
Oh my.
You would just keep going. So.
Can you tell a story, unless you don't want to tell a story that you told me yesterday about why you stopped doing motorcycle repairs?
Oh, I stopped doing motorcycle repairs. I used to have a shop that was open to the public, and I had a gentleman who I did his motorcycle for, and he left it there for months and months and months. He called me up one day, said, "How much do I owe you?" And I told him. And he says, "All right, well, I'll be over and I'll get it and I'll pay you." Well, him and his girlfriend actually took his motorcycle at gunpoint from me. So I decided to close the business to the public. I'm only open to racers now that I've known for years. They can bring me their bikes, I'll work on them. And it's not a big deal for me anymore. I don't have that to deal with. Basically, I'm going to say Joe Public, because these guys, they come, it's money up front. I do what I do, and they're happy, and it makes them happy. Makes them win races.
Michael, do we have the flyer for the event, the Dyno event on Tuesday night? I think it's on his Facebook. Because it's open to the public and it's free. That's what I like about it. So
yes.
Women, if you're watching for the makeup or whatever, bring your boyfriend's husbands to this event, and then you can. Yeah,
the event's free if you own a motorcycle, and it doesn't matter what it is. We have classes for every motorcycle. If you want to put it on the dyno, it's a $25 to see what kind of horsepower your bike makes. If you win your class, I will tune your motorcycle for free.
It's a different. It's the event on May.
That's the Night of Fire. That's a big race
we'll
up
talk
in
about
Sacramento.
that event too. But it's on May. What's the event?
May 28th.
Okay, I knew it was Tuesday. May 20th. It's on your Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the Dino Shootout. The Night of Fire is a great race up in Sacramento.
Oh, it looks exciting.
There'll be jet cars there. I've raced that race since 2012. Unfortunately, this year I'll be in Fontana with After Hours Racing, supporting one of my riders, Turbo Joe Bojorquez. Hopefully I can get him into the #1 spot and be the West Coast champ for this year. I'm just crew chiefing for him this year, so we'll see how that goes.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for coming on my show. We're gonna get that flyer out, and ladies, you want to come? Did anyone else call? I hope you're on my phone now. You're my secretary, so.
Just Veronica.
Okay, just right. Yeah. Nobody else called. Come on, ladies. We're doing one last hurrah. So if you guys have like 1 more minute to call back for real. I mean, guys can call too and get pepper spray, I guess.
So we can use it on our tacos?
Oh, you never. Come on, ladies.
That's what Jesus's famous for. He's famous for Taco
Whatever you
Tuesday.
like.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
So just a little bit about Veronica King that called in.
Okay.
We just did a bridal editorial for a magazine publication, and we're just submitting them in, and whichever gets published, and we'll all get credit for it. So we're aiming high.
That is so exciting.
Yeah.
Any last information you guys want to give out? You guys have 1 minute to say what's the word?
Body loose.
That's all you guys had to say. So anything else? And then hi, Michael S. Rodriguez, if you're watching.
That's the flyer right there.
There is a flyer. We just want to say we still to come to this event. Go to the GoFundMe page for Michael S. Rodriguez. And you guys need to buy lashes and pepper spray. Besides winning them, you guys need to actually go there and buy them. Oh my gosh, Emily's mom is calling. Emily Shepard. I think your mom just won something. Well, answer. This is my best friend's mom. Somebody answer. Okay, everybody. Thanks you for tuning
this is Suzie
in.
Garcia.
See you Tuesday for that event and then Thursday.